Um, Today was a jam-packed, eventful day. Got up this morning, did a morning walk with my wife, and then off and running for the rest of the day. Just getting back. It's 11:27 in the evening right now on Saturday night, right? And it's almost like the weekend's gone. My grandson, my fourth grandchild, my third grandson, today was his first birthday party. And so, I mean, we got to hang out with family and with all our kids and all their kids. And so, like getting to do a first birthday with a grandson is always an interesting thing because they have no clue what's really going on, and the parents want to make a big deal about the first birthday, but the kid's never going to remember it at all, right? I don't even know the first birthday I remember, but like people want to act like they're always going to remember this day, and they aren't going to remember nothing outside of the pictures that we take for them. They're not going to know any of it. They're going to even have to ask what's the picture of half the time, or who's in the picture. So, it's always interesting. There was an NA event today at the park. It's always interesting dealing with addicts. They never know where they're coming from, where they're up, they're down, they're left, they're right. They're all, for the most part, they're all pretty emotional and like out of control. But like I had another addict come up to me today and want to be all crazy because he thinks that something was stolen from him at my home, and it's like, fool, ain't nobody trying to steal your stuff. Like, quit tripping. You know what I mean? So, but get to see a lot of great people, spend time with friends, and I don't know about you, but that's always meaningful to be able to do. But it's always great, And then I had a sponsee celebrate 5 years today. I mean, today wasn't his clean day, but I had to give him his medallion at a speaker meeting he was doing at birthday night tonight. And that's always a great time to do, right? It's always fun to celebrate with people accomplishments, and 5 years is a big accomplishment, right? We typically say 95% of addicts don't make it 5 years, and here he is at 5 years, so he's part of the 5%, right? And so now he has to do more work to continue being a part of the 5%, because I don't think 95% of those who made it 5 years make it to 10. So it'll be interesting to continue watching his growth, and if he keeps doing the work that he's doing and having the surrender and the willingness and the honesty to do what he's got to do, he's gonna be okay. But every day, like I just said, every day is a new day, right? And addicts become emotional, and I don't know which direction they're coming from, but ain't nobody mad. You know what I mean? Like it's still a good day, right? Got to celebrate 2 birthdays with 2 very special people, and I hope my grandson does remember soon, one day, a birthday party, or at least who we are and the times that we get together, because you never know how many days we actually have on this earth. You know what I mean? So I've been talking about quitting sugar, and it started on Monday. But I realized that I have been chewing gum, and the gum has sugar in it. So I think I failed right now. I mean, not intentionally, right? Like I wasn't purposely eating something that I knew had sugar in it. I know I checked it last week or the week before and told my wife, I can't eat gum no more, it has sugar in it. And she's like, see, I told you sugar's in everything. And it just slipped my mind, right? And this is where I talk about like the necessity to slow down, to be more proactive in looking at things that I'm gonna be putting in my mouth. I'm in total control of that. Like that's what I understand, and that's what I hope people get from this whole process is like the way your body looks, you're in control of. You're in control of how much you work out. You're in control of how hard you work out. You're in control of what you eat. You're in control of the decisions you make at that moment, right? Like, you can't claim I didn't know, right? You can't claim I couldn't help myself. It was like I was telling one of my sons today, like, your hand doesn't just fly on its own, do whatever it wants. You're trying to grab something and so your hand's fighting you back. It doesn't work that way. Like, you're in total control. So the cupcakes that I'm grabbing or the donuts that I'm eating, I'm in control of eating them. The man boobs that I have, I'm in control of that, right? Because I could work out and do something about that. And if I choose not to, that's my own fault. There's nobody to blame for that, right? I wouldn't even say, I have a thyroid condition. I don't have a thyroid condition. I'm just lazy sometimes. And that's what we've been working on fixing for the last few months, right? Like, being more proactive in what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, but also being more mindful of why I'm doing things. And so, like, it just tells me I gotta slow down a little more, right? Be a little bit more aware. I'm not beating myself up over it, right? It was an honest mistake. It wasn't like I grabbed a donut or something, but I was just chewing gum. I like to chew gum. That's kind of one of my things, right? And especially on long drives, I like to chew gum because it helps me stay awake. And now I got to find something else, right? Probably got to do the sunflower thing again. It's probably where I got to go. I was trying to look up on Facebook real quick to see what my post this morning was, as I talk about all these other great things that I've been experiencing today, stop being busy, be productive, right? That's a big one for me. I don't know about you, but I tend to get busy, right? And I don't know if, like, we wear it like busy's a badge of honor. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm busy. Oh, how are things going? Oh, I'm busy. What does that even mean to say I'm busy, right? I know when I say I'm busy, I don't have a lot of open time in my schedule, right? I run sober living houses. I run a church. I run a gym. I sponsor addicts. I have to take care of my own spiritual conditioning, both for the church and for recovery. I'm a husband and a father. I'm a grandfather. I'm a coach for baseball. Like, there's a lot, and I just applied at another church, right? And there's so much going on around me. I'm a friend, right? I'm a mentor. The same with you, right? Like, I'm sure you have thousands of things happening in your world too. And when I say I'm busy, right? Like, each piece of that needs a little bit of my time every day. But the question I have to ask myself is, am I being busy but not being productive? I don't know if any of you guys have ever experienced those days where you felt like you've just been running non-stop and didn't get nothing done. I feel like at the end of the day, like, man, I didn't do anything today, but you didn't have a break, right? Like, you were constantly running around, constantly helping, constantly doing this, constantly doing that, but of the stuff that you needed to be done with or get done or even be moving towards that direction, never happened. I feel like that a lot. Almost like a hamster in a wheel. Like, I'm just spinning my wheel over and over, not really getting a whole lot done that needs to be done. I got to work out still right now, and because I'm doing 75 hard, I got to drink a gallon of water. I got to work out twice a day, and at least twice a day. One has to be outside. If I was to do all my working out that I need to get done in a day, I'd probably work out 3 or 4 times a day, right? So it's like kind of trying to figure out, like, in 24 hours, what really can I do? And so yesterday I was talking about the guy who said that the growth of the team is based on the growth of the leader. And one of the things he talked about in other phases of 75 hard is there's a power list. And in the power list, you have 5 things. I think in the first phase, you have 5 things that you have to get done every day. These are outside of the normal 75 hard tasks, right? And so, like, he was talking about, like, his power list, and it's like he He goes, what I put on my power list is the first 5 things that I have to accomplish every day or that day, right? I guess it has the ability to change. I've never made it to that far, so I don't fully understand how that phase 1 actually goes. I can listen to Andy Frisella's podcast to hear about that, but basically what it is, he said the first 5 things that I have to get done for the day are the things that I write on my power list. And so, like, I've talked about this before, right? Need to be more mindful, but now maybe I need to start writing down the main objectives of every day, right? Like, so that I'm productive, right? Like, so that I'm moving towards the goals, right? Moving towards the solution. Yeah, sometimes it's gonna be I need to get my workout in, right? Sometimes it's gonna be I need to get my sermon done. Sometimes it's gonna be, right, I need to call my sponsor, do some step work, or meet with some of my sponsees and help them get their step work done. Like, there's tasks that have to be done every day. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I get caught up in the busyness of days and be like, oh, I gotta pick this guy up, and I gotta pick this guy up, and I gotta pick this guy up, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. And there are people available to help me, but because I feel an obligation to do it myself, I don't know how to share that responsibility with other people. And if I start looking at my power lists or the things that need to happen every day, then maybe I can delegate responsibilities to people who have the availability to help me. I need to be more productive, you know. If I'm going to do this, then I need to get the thing like this podcasting and this YouTube channel and posting on my Instagram, my Facebook, and all that stuff. Then I need to be getting the things done that I need to do in order to make that happen. But I also need to still get the stuff done in the day that I have to do for my other jobs. So being productive is moving towards an end goal, right? Moving in that direction, not just touching it and not just, ooh, I looked at something, but like, because sometimes when I study for my sermon, like, I'll spend the whole day studying and never write anything down, really never come to any conclusions or any points or anything that's going to put me in a better position to be closer to being done come Sunday. And that's got to stop, right? Creating my routine of how I go about getting stuff to happen needs to be cemented a little bit better. And I know it's always one of those things, it's always progressing, right? It's always it's a constant evolution, it's constant change, because every day is going to be a different day. But I have to know what needs to happen in order for me to get where I got to go. It's just bottom line. I need to slow down on the food thing, like, and realize there was gum in my sugar in my gum and I can't have it, and I was chewing it today, yesterday, the day before that. Like, I need to be more mindful. That way I can be more present in the things that I'm doing, because that's important too, right? Presence is important. Like, not only being there with my grandson, to celebrate his first birthday, but being present in the time with him. Now, again, right, he's not going to remember this, but there will come a point in time where he will know and he will remember these things. And I want to be present for them mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I want to encourage people to become more productive, not busy. Busy is it's dumb, right? We're running around in endless loops that lead to nowhere. And so it's like, how do we get to a place where we're moving in the direction we need to go in everything that we're doing that day, right? Some days I'm not going to be able to get to people, or I'm not going to be able to get to things, and I have to be okay with that, because the things that needed to happen that day do, you know. Yes, I'd like to be available for everybody. Yes, I'd like to do as much as I can. Yes, I want to help as often as possible. The reality is, in order for me to get to the places that I'm trying to go, sometimes I can't do those all. And I have to be okay with that. And right now, it sounds hard for me to hear me say that, because I don't want to do that. Like, I like to help, I like to be of service, and I sacrifice a lot of me and my family in order to do those things. Like right now, it's almost midnight and I'm still not asleep yet. And I need to be up at 4:30 to get ready for my first workout tomorrow. So That's what it means to be productive, not to be just busy. Busy is, we act like it's a badge of honor. Like, yeah, I'm busy, woohoo. No, be productive. Be moving towards your end goal in the things that you're trying to do. And hear me right, real quickly. Those can change daily, right? The things that I didn't get done the day before, probably before I touch them again, I need to hit the things that I hadn't hit the day before, right? And there's this kind of rotation that happens with getting to the stuff that I can today, and then being okay with what didn't get done, and then doing it tomorrow, right? But not putting it off for tomorrow, but just knowing that I need to do it tomorrow, right? It's not like this, procrastination, no, it's like, I have this amount of time to get these things done today. Tomorrow I will deal with these things, right? And I'll know that if I'm doing that to the right way, because I'm not sitting down watching TV, I'm not goofing off on my phone, Instagram, Facebook, all that. No, like, I'm working, and I have 24 hours in a day to get my food in, to get my sleep in, to get my time in of work, family, and working out, personal time. So I just want to tell everybody, man, that it is what it is, right? Like, we don't get caught up in emotional stupidity. Don't get caught up in things that you can't control, right? Control the controllables. Then we will have a better opportunity dealing with the things that we can't control. And we don't, because everything else is taken care of, we don't panic. It's good. So I just want to tell you guys that God loves you, and so do I. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.